So I've been selling online courses for 11 years, and they were pretty popular back in 2009 when I started, and they are even more popular now. It seems like everybody wants to sell and launch an online course. So there is a lot of information floating out there about online courses, some of it helpful, most of it not. And what I hate to see are newbies who are looking to launch their first online course. They're excited about it, but they're believing some lies, some half-truths, some incomplete truths, some myths about online courses that lead them to disappointment. And then they blame online courses and they blame the whole model when it's not the model, it's bad information. So today I'm just gonna walk through 3 of the biggest myths out there on the internet right now about online courses to help set you straight. It's gonna be a good one. Let's dive in. Welcome to episode 77 of the Graham Cochrane Show, where I'm here to help you build your online business, work less, and live and give more. I'm your host, Graham Cochrane. Who else? How are you today? I'm pumped to hang out with you today. We're going to walk through these 3 massive myths, and I'm going to educate you a little bit, set you straight on online courses if that's something you're interested in, whether it's launching or selling more of your existing courses. But before we do, big announcement, there are only 2 more days left to reserve your spot for my free workshop that's coming up this Thursday, October 15th. This is not just a little webinar. This is a 3 to 4 hour live event. I've basically put together an entire online course worth of material on how to launch your first $1,000 course. It's a 6-week step-by-step blueprint that I'm going to walk you through to go from nothing to making your first $1,000 with an online course, including not only just that, how to launch it, which is huge, that would be enough, but I'm packing an entire session on sales copy, my 3-step sales copy framework. I've taken what I normally teach in 9 steps and I've made it even easier. I'm giving you 3. If you could just follow these 3 steps, you can sell better, whether it's a sales video, sales page, it's written, emails. I walk you through a bunch of strategies on selling through email. I'm going to give you the exact tools that I'm using, also a bunch of free and cheap tools you can use. And not only that, I want you to launch your first $1,000 course in the next 6 weeks. Before the year's up, you can do it. But also I'm going to give you a 12-month promotional planner. This is going to walk you through how to grow and expand and scale your income beyond your first or second course. I'm really, really excited about this. So what is this again? It is 3 to 4 hours of intense training. I've been prepping this for the last few weeks. I want to give it to you for free. And not only that, but after each session, there's a live Q&A. So I'll teach a session, open it up for live Q&A so I can help answer your questions and fill in gaps, and then move on to another section. Again, it's going to be probably 4 hours when it's all said and done of epic live training, and it is completely free to attend, but you have to reserve your spot. I'm only doing this once. There are no replays. You have to just come, okay? Just go to 1kcourse.com. That's the number 1, the letter K, course, 1kcourse.com. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to link below. You can click on that. Real simple, just reserve your spot. Again, it's absolutely free. When you sign up, you're going to get an email with where the live event's happening, the private room and all that kind of stuff and details so you won't miss it. But again, only 2 more days as of when this is going live. It's happening this Thursday, October 15th. All the details there at 1kcourse.com. It's going to be awesome. I've been talking about online courses a lot because I'm realizing that's something that many of my students, maybe you included, want more help with. And so if you've been wanting to launch, but you haven't, this will be that nice kick in the pants, that nice motivation. So come join me. Let's hang out all day, not all day, but 3 to 4 hours. And I'm going to help you not only know what to do, how to do it, but I'm going to motivate you to take action so you launch your first course this year. 1kcourse.com. Hope to see you there. It's going to be an awesome day. I'm going to have to get some sleep before we dive in and I talk to you for 4 hours straight. Okay, let's jump into the myths today. I love busting myths, mostly because I love when myths are busted for me. I like to know the truth. I like to know that I'm not wasting my time. I want to know where people are believing like generally accepted things that aren't true. I like getting the inside scoop. So it feels kind of good. So hopefully you do too. But these are real practical. Because again, I'm not some expert on online courses, but that's how I've been making my living for 11 years. I've sold a lot of courses, and I've seen a lot of people want to follow my footsteps and see what they're believing that's just not going to help them out. So I'm going to make sure that that's not you today. Let's dive in. Myth number 1 with online courses. Are you ready? If you build it, they will come. You ever seen that movie Field of Dreams? Kevin Costner? The whole idea of, if you build this baseball diamond out in this cornfield, they will come, and it's like the ghosts of these great baseball legends. It's a cool movie. It's old school. And that was that phrase that people were saying forever. If you build it, they will come, It's not, no. If you build it, they will not come when it comes to online courses. Most people get excited about an online course. They think about what kind of online course they could build. What could they talk about? They might even get excited about Kajabi. I'm talking about Kajabi all the time on this channel, on this show. Why? Because it's the best platform for building online courses and membership sites and running your online business. And so maybe they're playing around with Kajabi and they're building an online course and they build it. And then they put it out there on the internet and they don't sell any copies, or they sell 1 or 2 and they're really frustrated. So then what do? They start looking up marketing strategies or Facebook ad strategies, or I don't know. They're looking for a way to sell the thing that no one's buying. And the problem is they went about it backwards. You never want to build something. This is just good business advice. You never want to go build a product and then hope you can find some people to sell it to. Okay, that's just completely backwards. It's completely backwards. So I know you want to build an online course. I know you've caught the vision of what a digital business can be like, where you don't have to put in a ton of hours. You have complete flexibility and autonomy over your schedule and your time. You can share your knowledge. You can share your experience with other people. It helps them. It is wonderfully satisfying to run an online business and very lucrative at the same time. So you've caught that vision, but don't just go out and build an online course and then hope to sell it. There's 2 things you need. You need to research before you build anything. You got to know who you're going to try to help. What do they care about? What do they not care about? Where are they hung up? Where are they good? What are their real desires? The second level desires, not even just the surface desires, but the desires underneath those desires. What are their real problems? Not just the first level problems, the surface ones that they tell you, but the problem underneath that problem. And who are these people? And where are they hanging out? And what other products have they tried? What other solutions have they attempted to use? What do they care about? What language do they use? What websites do they read? What books have they read? What podcasts do they listen to? It's called research. So you want to do that kind of research to learn what people are basically asking you for, and then you want to go build that. You have a much higher probability of selling, and selling a lot, if you build what people are asking you for. The second thing that you need, other than an online course, is you need a steady stream of leads. This is just the largest gap in online course education that I see out there. I see a lot of education on how to build online courses. I see a lot of education on why you should have an online course. I see a lot of education, I don't know if it's education, but people bragging about how much they make with their online courses. Now, from time to time, I'll tell you about how much a launch did or how much I make with selling online courses, only to prove a point or to show that there is credibility in what I'm saying, but I'm not bragging. And I'm not going to just say, hey, sell online courses and you can be a millionaire. That's skipping a whole bunch of stuff, right? Yes, you can be a millionaire by selling online courses, but we got to break this all down. That's why I create so much content for you for free to fill in all those gaps. That's why I'm doing this live 4-hour training on Thursday, the 15th, to fill in all those gaps. I mean, it's going to be hard teaching. There's a lot that you have to understand to be able to sell your course and make even $1,000. That's a huge accomplishment to make your first $1,000. I'm going to teach you all that for free because I'm on a mission to help people. So there's a gap. One of the biggest things in that gap that's skipped all the time is, where are you going to get your leads? Well, I just figured that I would I don't know, mention it on social, or maybe run some Facebook ads. And no one's really thinking about this, right? The best I hear is at least people focus on paid ads. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to get paid ads to get traffic. And so I wanna learn how to do that. At least that's a strategy. At least people are thinking about, yeah, I need a steady stream of leads. Because you do, no matter how you get the leads, whether they're organic, like I get them, right? I don't pay for my leads. I just create content like this. You find it either on a podcast or on YouTube, and that's how you discover me. And then you get through my funnel, and then I can pitch you my product. So I use this organic traffic, SEO, and then you sharing my videos and my podcast with people, because that's what happens when you add massive value. People say, hey, you should check out this guy, Graham. He's got this awesome stuff. Organic leads, right? That's what I do. So you either need to do that, or you need to do get paid leads. So run Facebook ads, YouTube ads, or both. You can do both. Either way, you need a steady stream of leads. You can have the best course in the world that's proven to work, that has killer testimonials, that converts like crazy, but without a steady stream of leads, you got nothing. So you see how simple that is? You need a researched course that's exactly what people want, and a steady stream of leads. That's way different than just build your online course, man, and we'll figure out how to sell it later. Bad advice. So that's the first myth, is if you build it, they will come. They won't. They're not coming. Trust me. Myth number 2. This one's interesting. The more videos or the more content you have in your course, the more valuable it is. Not even half true. Not even half true. I know that this is something that my students believe because I hear them talk about it. I hear them ask questions like, I'm afraid there's not enough content in my course to justify this price. Okay. Price and how much content is in a course are not related. Okay. I also hear it when I hear the opposite. Oh man, I've got like 30 hours worth of videos in this course. It's awesome. What if those 30 hours are pointless? What if they're 30 meandering hours that just waste somebody's time? What if they're 30 hours of incorrect information? What if they're 30 hours of great information about something that no one really cares about? Dude, the number of videos, the number of hours in your course has nothing to do with how valuable it is. And the people who are buying your course do not care how many videos, how many modules, how many hours of content it is. They do not care. Now you care. Why do you care? Because you're insecure. You're afraid that it's not good enough. And so to ask people for $97, $197, $497, whatever you're asking for your course, to ask for that kind of money, you feel like you have to justify it, and you've been conditioned to justify spending more with giving more. So it's like, okay, if I'm going to ask for $200, I got to shove it full of $200 worth of videos, which to you means lots of videos. But that just shows a complete lack of understanding of what your value is. You got to remember something when it comes to digital content, online courses, is we are not selling information. We are selling transformation. I've said it before. I'll try to keep bringing this point home. Your course is not selling information. It's selling transformation. Yes, technically they are buying an information product. They're buying videos. But that's just the medium to get what they're truly after, which is transformation. So if it's a weight loss, if you're a weight loss coach or a fitness coach, you have people coming to you, finding you because they have fitness goals. They want to lose weight. They're unhealthy. They want to look better. They want to feel better. They don't care if you have a book, if you have a course, if you have a membership, if you have coaching. They don't really care what the format is. They just want to be thin, lose weight, in shape, build muscle, be healthier, be more attractive. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what they want. So they're not buying your information. They're buying the transformation that you are promising to deliver them. Now, again, you can't promise that they will have the transformation unless they take action. But if they take action on your material, they can have that transformation. That's the whole point of a good online course. So transformation is what they want. They don't want your videos. So you could almost argue that the more videos it takes to get that transformation, the worse the course is. Why should I have to sit through 30 hours of videos to get the transformation I want if I could get that transformation by sitting through 2 hours? You could argue that the shorter your course is, the more valuable it is if it delivers on its promise. Less is more when it comes to online courses. Fluff is a waste of everyone's time. It might make you feel better as you're uploading all these videos into Kajabi, but that's not what people are buying. That's you going off on a tangent, missing the point of what you're truly selling, which means it's actually probably going to be harder for you to sell your course, because if you think it's how many videos or how long the videos are, that's the value piece of your course, you're probably going to allude to that in your sales copy. 30 hours of HD content, 13,000 modules, a 4K content. Like, that's not going to be very compelling sales copy, because you're talking about the features, not the benefits. They don't care about the features. They really don't. They care about the result. They care about the transformation. So value for your online course, when you're thinking about pricing or whether someone will feel like it was justified at whatever price point it is, don't think about how many videos or how much content. Think about the result that it can offer people, the transformation that it offers people. That's what I want you to focus on. So get your insecurity out of the way. Don't stuff it full of videos, even if they're good, just to make yourself feel better. It's not about you, it's about them. So think about, what do they want? What are they after? What is their biggest problem that you're solving with this course? How do you know that? Go back to that first myth. You did research. So you know what is their most desired result. If you could give them one thing through this course, if they could get one major result or achievement after going through this course, what would it be? What is the fastest, most direct way to get there? Now, I'm not saying long courses are bad. My online course, Automatic Income Academy, I just updated it this last year, and it almost doubled in number of videos. I think it was 15 core videos. I think it's over 30 now. That wasn't me saying, let's stuff it with more videos. That was 2 years of the course being on the market, getting people a lot of results, getting some great testimonials, but also getting some feedback on what was missing. And what could I be more specific on? I realized that the people wanted some more specific technical how-to style tutorials on Kajabi and MailChimp and ConvertKit and some of these platforms, Squarespace, WordPress. So I made a few more of those tutorials. I also learned that the material, while it works, the method I teach takes a long time. And I got so many questions about how can I make money faster? And I was getting a lot of questions about how do you pitch and sell online coaching, one-on-one coaching. So I included an entire mini course on how to make money faster with one-on-one coaching. And I walked through my entire process of getting client leads and discovery calls and making proposals and packages and pricing and how to run your coaching. This was all because it's what people asked for and it added more value. It wasn't because I wanted to stuff it with more stuff. I actually thought it was nice, a little bit leaner in the original version, but the videos I added had a purpose, and I think they made the course more complete. And people have been loving it. I mean, I've gotten so much great feedback since the updates on new students, and then also previous students who get obviously all those updates for free because they're already a paid student. They get lifetime access. So sometimes longer is better if it's getting people the results they want, right? That's all that matters. So you're not selling information, you're selling transformation. So don't focus on how much stuff is in it. Focus on what can it offer your people, what result can it get them. And a little side note there too, when you're thinking about price, because I didn't really get a chance to go into detail about this, don't be afraid of charging what your course is truly worth. And it's worth what it can deliver. It's not worth how much is in it or how hard you've worked on it. I have talked with students who've been like, but I've worked so hard on this course, nobody cares. You can't say, I've put in so much effort and work and time into building this course. Now I'm going to price it accordingly. That the price has nothing to do with you or how much work it took you. For example, I can charge a lot more for one-on-one coaching with somebody where I don't do any work. I don't do any prep. I show up on a call and I just listen and I coach them. I can charge thousands of dollars. It takes me zero work, right? Why? Because it's not about how many hours I put into it. It's about, can I get someone transformation? And in that moment, one-on-one, I can get them deep transformation. I can help them very specifically. So again, it's not about your effort. You're really going to have to get away from the thinking of how much effort you put into something is tied to how much you should get paid for it. That is old thinking. That's going to your job thinking. That's working on the clock, punching a clock. How many hours do I work? What do I get paid per hour at my job? What is my annual salary? None of that. That you got to break away from that thinking. If you're a business owner, and that's what you are if you're selling online courses, if you're a business owner, you don't get paid for your effort. You don't get rewarded for your effort. Okay? There's broken thinking that comes out of this, and we should talk about this in another episode, but the short of it is, it's not how hard you work that's your value. It's what results can you get somebody. That's where your value is. It has nothing to do with how many hours it took you. So when you're thinking about pricing, the short of it is, when you think about pricing, look at the market. What is this kind of content and transformation worth in the marketplace? Maybe what are other people selling their courses at? But don't just think about other courses. What are the other alternatives? So if you're a fitness instructor and somebody's buying your course on weight loss and getting into shape, what are their alternatives? Not only other fitness instruction training, but compare it to paying for a personal trainer. Compare it to working out at the gym. Compare it to, I don't know, like what are their alternatives? Look at the pricing for that. Price your course accordingly to be a value and anchor to that more expensive other alternative, because it's based off of the transformation and the results you can get them, not on how much stuff or how many hours you put into it. Make sense? Okay, let's move on to the third and final myth. Ready? Myth number 3 about selling online courses. Everybody wants to pay the same price. This one's interesting to me. When you're thinking about pricing, because we're going to build off that last myth, let's say you've got a course and you say, I think this course is worth $197. This makes sense. It's a value for the transformation it brings my people. It's not based on how many hours I put in. It's just based off of, it would cost them $1,000 to. So for example, I have online courses for the Recording Revolution that are $147, $197 that help my students there make the recording sound more professional so that they can stream it on Spotify and it sounds just as good as everything else, right? When I'm revealing the price for a course and I say it's $197, I'm comparing it to, what are your alternatives to get better sounding recordings? Well, going to audio school, as crazy as it sounds, you can easily spend $40,000 a semester. It's bananas. $40,000 a semester to go to a good audio school, learn how to record and mix so that you can make professional sounding recordings. So I'm like, you can spend $40,000 or $197 on my course. I'll compare it to people buy equipment. You could buy a nice new microphone for $1,000 thinking that's one of the best microphones on the market. That's going to make my vocal recording sound professional. Or you can spend $197 with me and I'll teach you how to record your vocals better with the cheaper mic or the mic you already have. See how I'm comparing it to these alternatives. So say I've landed at $197 and I know that $197 is a great price for my course for the value that it brings, the transformation that it brings. The myth and the bad idea here is to assume that that's the price. That's what I'm going to offer it at $197. Everybody pays $197. Not everybody wants to pay $197. Some will be happy to pay more. Now, what do I mean? No, they're not going to want to pay more for the same thing. I'm not saying that you just do what Amazon does sometimes, where depending on when you're logging in or where you're logging in from, a product might be $197 for you, but it might be $247 for somebody else. I'm not talking about that. That's just like literally people pay different prices. You're just tweaking. I'm saying there's options. We call it tiered pricing. You've got a basic version and a premium version, or a basic in the middle and a premium, right? We've talked about this before, but tiered pricing is one of the easiest ways to increase your revenue. And you can't look at all your customers or potential customers and assume they're the same. Assume that they have the same amount of money, assume that they're willing to spend the same. There's always someone who's willing to spend more if you give them more. Seth Godin has always said, give more for more. And he's usually talking about just charge premium pricing, be a premium provider in general. But you can have what you think is the fair, valuable price for your course, but then offer an upper tier, offer a premium version. So if you offer a $197 version, offer a $297 or a $397. What are you going to offer in that upper tier? I don't know. It could be additional content. It could be a one-on-one call with you, a Zoom call, a 30-minute call that they get. It could be you get to be part of a group coaching group for the 14 weeks you're going through the course, or the next 2 months, or whatever. Anything that you think would add immense value to the person buying that course, and charge more and give them the two options. There's always someone in the room that wants to spend more with you and get the best you have to offer. Just like there's always someone who wants to buy the most expensive Mac. I talked about this before. I've got a buddy of mine who told me years ago, Graham, when I buy Macs, I always just trick it out in the Apple store and I get the most expensive Mac you can get, right? So you can buy an iMac right now for $1,000, or if you trick it out with every single upgrade and option in the Apple store, you can spend $5,000 for that same iMac. Now, obviously, it's a lot faster, bigger, everything better, all the accessories. But he's the guy that will, if you give me the option to spend $5,000, I'll spend $5,000 because I want the best. Same thing with cars. There's multiple tiers of cars, right? They call them trims. The LE model, the limited model, the premium package, the advanced package. Every brand calls it something different. But they'll show you the base price of the car, and if that's all you can afford, you'll buy the base price. And it's still the car, it still works, but some people might want the leather seats, they might want the panoramic moonroof, they might want the bigger wheels, the bigger rims, they might want a bunch of bells and whistles and safety features and technology and stuff that you don't get on the base model. Someone's going to spend more, so give your customers the option to spend more with you. So have a basic and a premium at minimum. And the second thing you can do if you don't like to do basic and premium, another way to have people spend more with you is to have upsells. So you could have one price, and when they buy that immediately, especially if you're using a tool like Kajabi allows you to do one-click upsells. What this means is someone comes to your sales page, they watch the video, they read the page, whatever, and they realize this is for me. I need this. It's $197, let's say. They click add to cart, they type in their name, they type in their email, they type in their credit card information to buy it. They click buy. After that moment with Kajabi and other platforms, once they click buy, it immediately takes them to a landing page where you can have a video of yourself saying, hey, I know you just bought this course. I'm really excited for you, but I wanted to offer you something really crazy valuable. And on this page, you can offer them either another product at a discounted price. You could offer them a bundle. You could offer them one-on-one coaching. You could offer them your group coaching package. Whatever you want, you could offer them something in addition that would go well with what they just purchased. It's a one-time offer because if they say no thanks, they can't get back to that page. So there is some urgency built in there. But if they say, yeah, I do want that, they don't have to re-enter their credit card or buy. They just click yes, and it just adds it to their order, instantly done because they've already entered their credit card. One-click upsells. It's fast. It's easy. In Kajabi, you can track how well that converts, like do 17% of the time people go for it, whatever it is. But this is a great way to give more to your students for more. And it's again, their choice. You're never forcing anything on anybody. And some of your people are going to say, no, thanks, don't need it, don't want it, don't have any more money, even if I wanted it. And some people are going to go, man, I want that. Oh, that sounds great. So whether you do it with tiered pricing or with upsells or with both, don't assume that everybody wants to pay the same price. Don't assume that everybody wants the same. Start with a killer course that people love, that gets people results, but always be willing to offer more because someone out there, I guarantee you, is willing to spend more. Make sense? There you have it, the 3 myths. If you build it, they will come. Not true. The more videos or content that you have in your course, the more valuable it is. Not true. And finally, everybody wants to pay the same price. Not true. These are 3 of the most common things I hear people falling for. And it's a product of bad teaching on the internet and just broken thinking coming into this because we're not entrepreneurs by nature, most of us. We're coming from a typical day job, 9 to 5. So we're having to rethink everything from products to what is value to pricing to how to sell. It's a whole new language to learn, but it's exciting and it's fun when you start learning it. Which brings me back to this online training that I'm doing on Thursday. One reason why I'm doing this 3 to 4 hour training is because it's not natural. The idea of selling an online course makes sense. It's very trendy right now. And I do think it's not just a trend. I think it's the next wave. I think it's the next 10 to 20 years of education, easily, if not longer. So it's huge. It's huge, but there's so many gaps. There's so many misunderstood, misconstrued thoughts when it comes to selling online courses. And from the survey that I did a few weeks ago, my list, I saw how many people desperately want to launch a course, make money, even if it's just, I want to make that first $1,000. Like I'm just asking for that because once I get that, I can get some more traction, but they're not doing it. And there's a lot of reasons why they're not doing it. Maybe that's you. So what I've done, again, I was starting to build out a bunch of material that I was originally going to sell. I'm going to give it away for free. If you're willing to block out time in your day on this Thursday, October 15th, and come for free, you can register for free. Just go to 1kcourse.com, reserve your free spot. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about researching, building, pricing, selling, launching your first online course. Maybe you've launched one before, but you'd like to see how I think about doing it. You can still come. You're going to get a ton of value out of it. Not only that, I'm going to help you. How do you find an audience? How do you know exactly what they want? How do you get started? I'm going to give you a step-by-step blueprint for that to launch your first $1,000 course in 6 weeks. I also know that people struggle with the selling part. Okay, I built a course. It's what people say they want. My sales pages kind of suck. And I've reviewed a lot of your sales pages and they're not very good. Sales copy, I get it, is hard. So what I've done is try to simplify sales copy even simpler. I have a 3-step framework. Literally, I'm going to walk you through these 3 steps so that you can easily crank out sales pages, sales videos, sales emails, anything like that converts. I've boiled it down to its essence, okay? To make it as simple and streamlined as possible. So I'm going to have an entire session on sales copy and walk you through that. I'm going to give an entire session on how to grow and scale your income if you've already made a little bit of income through what I call my 12-month promotional planner. This is really going to open your eyes to how you don't just launch a course or two, you treat it like a business and you maximize your income potential. It's all about becoming intentional. I'm going to walk you through this 12-month planner, which I think is going to be really helpful and eye-opening to you as well. And then there's going to be an entire session on mindset, because a lot of you know a lot, but you're stuck. There's a lot of insecurity. There's a lot of doubt. There's a lot of bad thinking. I'm going to break through a lot of that and help kick you in the butt so that you launch your first course before 2020 is up. There's still time. We got 2.5 months. I don't know how this year's gone for you. Maybe it's not been pretty. A lot of my friends, it's not been pretty. A lot of you have found me or been following or lurking for a while, but now you're getting serious about an online course because guess what? Your in-person business or your in-person job or your brick and mortar store, COVID has wiped it out, or it's pump the brakes on it, or whatever it is. So a lot of you are forced to come online. You're forced to translate what you were doing in person into online. And that's okay. That's what I'm here to help. I'm your coach to help you do that. If you're getting stuck and you're all about it, you want to do it, but you just haven't made it happen this year yet, I don't want you to wait till the new year. I want you to grow in the new year. We have a lot of good stuff to cover in 2021, but right now, what I want you to do is launch. There's so much benefit from just getting that first course launched and making your first few $100, making your first $1,000. You can do it. So come to the training. There's no replay. This is a one-time event. It is going to be long. It is going to be action-packed. It is going to be valuable. There's going to be live Q&A. I know there's different time zones. I've tried to pick a time frame that's going to fit most people. But if you're serious about it, I'm going to let you come for free. So hopefully there's no complaints there, but I'm just going to give you some of my best material for the 3 to 4 hours event, absolutely free, one time. Register your spot and come. Even if you only see an hour of it, it's going to be worth your time. Just go to 1kcourse.com. That's the number 1, letter K, course. It's going to be how to launch your first $1,000 course. That's what it's going to be all about. I'm going to walk you through everything. If you're a beginner, this is perfect. If you're needing a refresher, this is going to be perfect. 1kcourse.com, reserve your spot. I hope to see you there. I've been prepping a ton of content. I'm going to have a lot of coffee. I'm going to get a good night's sleep the night before, and I'm ready to dive in. I got the whole day blocked off just for that. I'm so pumped to share it with you and hang out with you and answer your questions live. So I hope to see you there live. Thanks for hanging out and watching this video, listening to this podcast today. And if this has been helpful, let me know in a comment below if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, leave me a review. Let me know this has been helpful. See you on the training on Thursday, the 15th. Talk to you soon.